What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. It's Battleshock Wargaming Studio, and we're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, and Jared is going to tell us what we're doing today.
We've got Nagash versus Soulblight Grave Lords, Ossiarch Bonereapers. Nagash is trying to reel back in one of his rogue vampire lords, bring him back under the fold. So we'll see how that turns out.
You can't rule the entire death realm.
It's tough.
Get out of here.
It's a hard job.
Yeah, it is a hard job, and you don't get to do it today. We're going to fight you back, but no matter what happens today, Nagash is going to win. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you are new to the channel, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps support the channel immensely.
And a big shout out to our members. We really appreciate all of your support.
If you're interested in seeing what our membership service has to offer, check out that join button down below. See all of our perks, including, most importantly, extra battle reports every single month. So with all that being said, let's take a look at the lists we're playing today. Taking a look at the Grave Lords today, I'm taking the battle formation Bacchanal of Blood, which gives +1 to casting and +1 to wound for vampires if they made a charge. My spell lore is the lore of the undead, and my manifestation lore is the morbid conch. My general today, and leading my general's regiment, is Prince Vhordrai. This man is the Saint of Slaughter. And at the end of the turn, he can pick a friendly non-monster vampire unit that destroyed a unit, and he can give it a bunch of abilities, specifically +1 to attack. My honor guard today will be the Blood Knights. A reinforced unit of Blood Knights can really bring out the hurt. They're anti-infantry +1 rend, and their charge +1 damage, and then they are also the Riders of Ruin. So when they move, it can pass through models and enemy infantry units and can pass across combat ranges of other enemy infantry units. Belladonna is leading my second regiment. This 2-cast wizard is going to be synergizing well with all of the direwolves that we'll be bringing today. She has a War Scroll spell Under a Killing Moon, which is going to be adding +1 rend to the companion weapons of the direwolves, and they're going to be ignoring the effects of the beast ability. I have 2 units of 10 direwolves. These guys have a 10-inch move, and then they have a passive on the hunt so that they can run and still charge later the turn. Their job is to sprint across the table and pin the enemy unit down so the Blood Knights can get to them. Leading my final regiment is a Vampire Lord on foot. This little hero is a single cast wizard, and then she has a special rule, the Sanguine Blur, where on a 3-up, she just gets to teleport anywhere on the table. I have 2 units of Fellbats. These guys have a 12-inch move, and they're just going to be used to run around, be little objective monkeys, get battle tactics, and things like that because they're so cheap. My final unit are the Vikros Bloodborne. They're in the list because I really like the models, and they're awesome. They have 3 attacks each with crit 2 hits, and they're 2 damage. If they're hanging out next to a terrain piece, you cannot be targeted by shooting abilities, and at the end of any turn on a 3-up, they can use a move ability, so they can really sprint across the table. That's it for the Grave Lords. Let's see what Jared brought.
We know I was smoking the right stuff when I decided to bring this. 1940 points. 1-drop Ossiarch Bonereapers in the Kavalos lands. Gives me a little deployment phase move, not too bad. And the manifestation lore, morbid conch, because you must. You need those screens. The single and only General's Regiment here is lined out with Nagash, Supreme Lord of the Undead, the spell-casting master. Let's see how he does with that manifestation lore at his side. To protect him valiantly, we have some Immortus Guard. See how they do? They're awfully tanky and hard to kill. I have 2 reinforced units of Death Riders. I will not be negotiating the table too hard, but yeah. We're gonna bring it to them. We're gonna see if we can just get that 1-2 punch. A little outside the box for me, but I thought they were cool. Terratic cohort. We're gonna put them on the table. I'm gonna fight Michael with it. See how they do. All right, let's go. 1940. Let's take a look at that battle plan.
The battle plan today is the Jaws of Galette, the best a man can get. This is a 5-objective mission, and our territories are going to be in opposite corners of each other. The twist for today is at the start of the second battle round, at the end of their turn, after scoring victory points, the underdog can pick one objective. That objective is going to be removed from play. If there is no underdog, no objective is removed from play. Each player scores victory points at the end of their turns as follows. Score 2 victory points if you control at least one objective. Score 2 victory points if you control 2 or more objectives. Score 2 victory points if you control more objectives than your opponent. Score 4 victory points if you complete the battle tactic that you chose to attempt this turn. We've seen the battle plan. Let's see who has initiative. We've seen the army lists. We've seen the battle plan. We've seen the mission. There is a couple things to point out real quick. So what we did is we created all of our army lists, and then we rolled randomly in a draft
part of the draft
format.
series. We're calling it the draft series.
The draft series. Because of that, we did have some overlap with endless spells. So we had both picked the morbid manifestations, and so we did an arm wrestling competition. He won. He has morbid, and then I ended up taking the Aether Rot machinery because it almost never comes out. So we have that out today, and then I selected the Blood Knights and gave them a special assignment of anti-cavalry +1 rend if they made a charge. Hopefully try and get through these Kavalos Death Riders. And then what did you pick?
So I have a few things too. Yes, I do feel guilty for bringing Morbid Conjuration, so all you guys know that. But I think if you take Nagash, you're kind of pigeoned into that because you have to have the screens. The Tatric cohort did get removed from the table during deployment. Everybody's going to be like, what the heck? Michael told me it teleported all over the table. Come to find out, it actually just does deployment phase stuff. So they're back off the table again, and they might show up later at some other time. And then I did Bodyguard. I'm addicted to Bodyguard. I think I picked it for every single match we did in the draft series. But Bodyguard, Immortus Guard with Nagash, so that will be quite nice and spicy. Other than that, I don't have any other pregame stuff. Michael?
We're going to get into it. I was more drops. He's making me go first, and I've set up for Take the Flanks with the bats. They're hanging out on the sides. And I do have some casting to do. I don't have anything that's super great that's in range, so we're going to start with Belladamma's Under the Killing Moon. Goes off on a 10.
You got it.
So that gives the dogs +1 to the rend, and they ignore the beast rule. Prince Vhordrai, or Belladamma, is then going to cast for the cogs. 6, I don't know what cogs comes out on.
He's got a nat +1. I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's see if they come out on a...
Oh, I need to touch your place of power at beginning hero face name.
Don't be touching my places of
And I
power.
hurt myself for 1 damage. And I actually take it. Dang it. Ouch!
Got him! The cogs have arrived on the battlefield. I've stuck them over there by the place of power. Prince Vhordrai is going to cast for the Quicksilver Swords. 8.
No.
No. And then the Vampire Lord on foot is going to bring out the Pendulum. 8.
No.
9. Final thing I'm going to do in my hero phase is the Vampire Lord on foot is going to crack the whip, the Lash of the Sire, and we're going to, on 2-up.
I'm bound.
I don't... Okay.
Okay.
Roll a dice. If the target is not in combat, it can move d6. On a 2-up. Yep, so now I roll it. Now I move 6.
Disgusting.
My hero phase is complete. Passing priority to you.
Go to 4 CP, Gravetide.
You got it.
I got it on a 12. Can you unbind with a +1?
You have a +1?
Yeah, I have just a +1.
Okay.
Can you unbind?
No.
With a +1? Okay.
Gravetide has arrived. Hero phase is complete. We're going to move. Movement phase is complete for the Grave Lords. We've taken our dead castle and we've scooched it that direction. We've moved our bats up to take the flanks, and we moved our bats on the other side to take the flanks. We spent 1 command point to Nat 6 the dogs. The dire wolves moved their 16 inches up, chasing down this unit of cavalry, and they
Reform the line. Reform the line.
They retreated from these undead monstrosities, spending a command point.
4 inches.
And then we don't have any shooting, so we're just going to make this quick charge with the dogs. We're looking for 7. How about 11?
That's plenty.
The whole plan here is to tie things down.
All right, viewers, I'm really bad about timing because I don't really know the interaction with Ossiarchs, but I'm going to issue Counter-Strike and in the charge phase and impenetrable ranks in the combat phase. So I'll be +1 to Rend because he charged me, and then I'll have a 5-up ward.
4s and 3s, Rend 1.
All out defense. We don't need all out defense. Okay, yeah, we don't need that because you have no Rend, do you?
I have Rend 1.
Oh yeah, you do. We do all out defense. Okay.
I just said it.
My bad.
Take 4.
Oh, those are your dice. I ain't
They
rolling
are.
those, dude. They're weighted.
Balloons.
So 4s. And 5s. Take a wound.
A mighty damage.
So I got 10 Cavalos Death Riders into your dogs. Looking for 3s and 4s. Rend 2. Explosive 6s.
All out defense. Going down 2 command points.
Thank you for your visit. 11 at Rend 2.
Save 2.
You really have a 5-up save on dogs?
Yes.
That is disgusting.
I know.
They have no armor.
I take 6 damage.
5s and 3s.
Yeah, they're more heavily armored than Fire Slayers.
Yeah, none of that makes any sense.
They also have a better profile than Fire Slayers.
Have at it with 5 armor saves with 0 Rend.
Take a damage. The Grave Lords have completed their turn. I was not trying to go too much, but I accidentally did steal this point from him. So I do get an 8-point turn. That's important because I don't want him to be underdog. I want many objectives. Many objectives. So I hold 1, 2 more, and I completed my battle tactic of take the flanks. And then we're going to get into your turn, bottom of battle round 1.
Yes, sir. So we got plenty of things to do here. I'm going to go steal that terrain feature with my Daedric Guard. That is just hiding in the outflank maneuver. And then I have a few things here. I'm going to try to play with the place of power. Yes. Just a little nervous.
I will also touch a place of power. Oh no!
It's almost like it just happened to me. And I rolled the same thing when it happened to me.
And then
horrifying.
a ward? Or do you just take 1 mortal?
I think you can ward it. I don't know. I think you can. I warded it. I tried to ward it, so you should.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for some spells. Let's do. Let's get the Maelstrom. Maelstrom on a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maelstrom Wanderer. Next one I'll do is we'll go for Le Purple Sun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goes off.
You can have the purple one.
And then the next one I'm going to do, I'll make them -1 to hit, -1 to save. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
You got it.
DV, you've been drained of your vitality. Let's get Shackles out. Shackle A's on a super cast. Just going to hit dogs and vamps. Dogs. -3, 3 mortals. Vamps. Nothing. Lucky little vampiroons. I will do empowered netherite weapons. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, let's go ahead and stop that on.
You got
Right,
the same
yeah.
as me. Empower netherite weapons on my Cavalos Death Riders. I'm going to shard storm the guys in the back over there.
Bone Storm.
It's good on an 11.
And that's mortals for dice in the amount in the squad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
2 mortals. Hopefully kill another dog. We'll do, with my last 2, we'll do Nagash's D3 mortal wounds here. It's good. I don't know if a 2 doesn't do anything. I have no idea. Yeah, it does. For 1.
Okay, I failed the mortal.
We'll empower Naderite weapons on that unit over there. Would you like to respond in your hero phase, Michael?
We will heal this guy from Deathly Invocations. And then we will spend a command point. And then we'll rally the dogs. And we will aggressively rally the dogs. Bring back 2 more doggos. That's it for me. I have 1 CP left.
Cool, we're going to do some movements, and I got to get away from that maelstrom. All right, we are back from my movement phase. Not a lot going on. I got to get a low score turn so I can start burning good objectives and bring Michael closer to the fold. So, made some mistakes with Maelstrom. I don't usually even cast it even in my Lumineth army and realize that the guy just blows up even if you cast spells. So that's a sketchy one. And moved the Gravetide up, did kill 1 dog, ready for a charge. Moved the Cavalos Death Riders over here to kill those bats. Got the Tatric Guard over there to get my battle tactic and steal a point. And then Michael triggered a 5-inch redeploy on his dogs, but I surrounded him in such a way that even though he got a solid 5, he was still deep enough in the ranks that I'll still be able to catch him. So with that, we all move back here to get away from the Morbid Explosion because we're not quite sure if I can just unbind it the turn that I bring it out, because I probably would have done that. That would have been a much smarter move. But yeah, so I'm going to issue Coordinated Charge to the Cavalos Death Riders, give them that +1 to charge, and then we'll see if they get it. 2, 3, 4. I don't think 4, even in a straight line sideways this way, is going to get me. It would, but I'm going to try to re-roll it. I hate to have to do that, but the dice are fickle. There we go, 6, 7, 8. So that'll give us enough chance to reform the ranks here. We're gonna see if the Maelstrom will get out of my face. Oh, nope. We'll see if the Gravetide will get out of my face. It does. This Gravetide is just gonna get away from Morbid Gunge. Run! And then Cavalos Death Riders on the right need a 4. That's plenty.
You want to go more like here?
Gets me off the point. No, I'm not going too deep. And we've got some fights to do here. So I'm going to issue Bludgeon. I did Coordinated Assault, Bludgeon here. But the only one I really want to fight with, because I think they'll kill the Gravetide, is my Gravetide. So I'm going to fight with Gravetide and try and do some damage there. So Michael's got 8 attacks here, 2 3s going into dogs.
Yep.
No manifestation should ever hit on 2s. Personal feelings. So you have 2, 4, 6 at Rend 1.
Wards. 4 dogs. Go down. Dire Wolves.
Well, all defense, because less CP.
Dire Wolves, because of Drain Vitality, hitting on 5s. 5.
Considerably worse.
5.
Force.
Nice one.
And 1. All right, kills 1.
Kills 1.
I've issued Bludgeon to these guys, so they'll be +1 to wound. So these are 3s and 3s with explosive 5s.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. 3s. 17. Rend 1.
Okay, so let's go right through, so it's 34 damage?
Yes.
Yeah. Can't make me roll that many 6s, dude.
Oh, it'd be Rend 2, I guess.
You can't make me do it. The Fell Bats. Into the Death Riders. 9 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Take 1. No rend.
4 up. good. The Cavalous Death Riders will fight. These are 3s and 4s, looking for 5s and 6s on the hit.
Yeah, I have no intention of these guys surviving. All right, thank you.
There you go.
True Bloods, 3s and 3s.
What's your rend?
7 and -1.
6s. Damage.
2 apiece.
I think it probably just dies. We'll roll this twice. It's dead.
Dire Wolves into the Gravetide. 3.
Any rend?
-1.
Damage.
Single damage.
6s. Takes wound. And also, this goes boom.
Kaboosh! It hits nothing now, right?
Yeah. I got out of 9. I bottled it.
Got out of dodge.
That was a mistake. All right, we're back. This is going to be an 8-score turn for me. Got 2 objectives, and my battle tactic is wonderful. And yeah, we're going off into a tasty little roll-off.
Getting into battle round 2. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're going to maintain order because otherwise if I hand him the double, he'll get to score and burn one. So
I'm burning one anyway.
No, it happens at the end of your turn.
Oh, yeah, okay. My bad.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep, so if I hand it to you, you get the best of everything. But if I at least take the turn, then I get a whole turn of max scoring.
Good.
So we're going to get into battle round 2, Soulblight. Battle round 2 is upon us. Grave Lords are about ready to go. And we're going to try and get another turn of max scoring before objectives start disappearing from me. For my battle tactic this turn, it's going to be take the center, seize the center, stand in the middle of the board and stand there. Should be easy enough to do. We're just going to fall out of combat and return a unit of dags and just stand there and wait for you to finally start crossing the board at me.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. I'm going to do Deathly Invocations, and I'm going to heal this one dog. Belladonna is going to try and unbind or banish the Suffocating Gravetide.
Need a 6.
Hoop. 6. So Prince Vhordrai is going to give himself fight first in case we get a weird double. That goes off an 11.
Oh, yeah. Might as well try. I have all the unbinds. Definitely not.
And then the Vampire Lord on foot will bring out the Quicksilver Swords. 5, 6. I don't know.
6?
That's what I got. They do summon on a 6.
Oh, you got it.
And then we will end with a pendulum. 7.
Unbound. I will spend one of my 5 to go for Maelstrom. It's good. On 11.
You got it. I believe we're ready to move. Movement phase is complete for the Grave Lords. We've been pretty conservative. We've taken all of our minions and moved them into a conga line across the center of the table, drawing a metaphorical line in the sand against the OBR. And then if I moved aggressively with the Blood Knights forward, I wasn't going to be able to get into anything interesting. So I'm tempting him to come into me so that I can hit him back. My guess is that my objectives are going to start burning, and that's going to stop being an option here in a second. So I have no shooting to do. I just have a couple of long charges. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's start with the Quicksilver Swords. Nope. Prince Vhordrai? Nope. We're going to reroll it because we have command points for days. Nope. And then we'll end with the Vampire Lord on foot. Yeah, Vampire Lord on foot has completed their charge. We are a millimeter within 3 inches, so that we can kind of just smack you around a little tiny bit.
Yes, sir.
We have 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1. 2s. So take 5 at rend 1.
That'll be 5s. And double damage here, so it'll be 6s. And 6s. You'll kill Tatric weapons into the Vampire Lord. These are 3s and 4s explosives.
All out defense, going down to 1 command point.
You have 3 at rend 1.
Save them.
1 single claws and talon. Good job.
Is that it?
Yep.
I'll heal D3.
I didn't do any damage anyway.
I already had a wound on me. Grave Lords have completed their turn. We hold 1, 2 more and completed our battle tactic, which was seize the center. And that was a 10-point game.
Yeah.
10-point turn. So we're getting into the turn for the Bonereapers. Jared, what's your battle tactic this turn?
I'm going to do Marked for the Grave, and I'm going to pick the bats on the left over there. See if we can kill them.
Take your big hammer unit and go fly over there.
Yeah, fly over there and nail them and see what happens.
Get them.
All right, let's do some spell casts. I will try to lift the swords on a 6. They're gone. Empower Nadarite weapons. It does. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm bound.
I will empower Nadarite weapons.
Yep, might as well.
And then they're not successful, so that's 3 casts so far. We'll go for Gravetide.
You can have the Gravetide.
Let's try and heal this unit over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
You're good.
I'll do a 5-up ward here. It's good. Oh no, I got shackles. Shackles on a super cast. 1 per dog unit, so we'll do vampires. We'll do dog mid. 3, dog right. None.
Kill a dog.
That is it for hero face stuff. I got nothing else.
Deathly Invocations. And bring back that
Just
dog.
has to be within 12. That's pretty good.
Holy. That unit's definitely holy within 12 of Belladama.
All right.
Ready to move?
Yep. We are back from Ossiarch Bonereapers. I did a retreat over here, took a wound. Some bats came back with the CP on Mike's side. Got the dogs in, or not the dogs, the Cavalry Death Riders over here to potentially get a charge to do a hold more. Surrounding them over here with these Cavalry Death Riders for inevitable demise, or Marked for the Grave. You know, it's inevitable. Yeah, Marked for the Grave. And then Nagash moved up over here. He can still issue some relentless discipline to these guys. And then I got my guard up. They ran as well. We ran with the Purple Sun. Maelstrom's on a 6. It's ready for something juicy. And then I'd have to roll something wild and crazy with the Gravetide to do anything with that. So without further ado, let's try some charges. Here first, we'll do the +1 to charge command.
Needed it.
So that's a 4. I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, 4 does get him at the nose there because that's 3 away. So we'll just take it as is. Then the next charge we're going to take a look at is the Maelstroms. A 6 is probably not what I was hoping for. These guys, these Cavalry Death Riders do not get the plus to charge. But they did get a 6. Retreated on the back. We're going to see if the Gravetide is interested in a deep and nasty charge. 6 is a 9. That's not going to get anything. Nope. So we're too flat, and I put my shackles in the way. That's it. I'm prepared for countercharge. Nope, you're out of CP. Don't have anything else to charge with. I think Maelstrom might just try to kill a few dogs. Yeah. So it takes a little less damage if it's lucky.
That's probably the right call, too.
Maelstrom's got 2d6 attacks on 2s and 3s. He's just going to see if he can kill any dogs. These are crit 2 hits, 2 3s. 5 no rends. Maybe kill a dog. Maybe kill no dog.
1 damage Reno.
See you later, Maelstrom.
So those dogs were within 6 inches of the Death Riders, and I don't want him to put any damage into them. So we're going to activate the dogs. Force. A mighty 3 damage.
No rend.
Rend 1. No rend.
6s. 6s. Takes a wound.
As soon as you activate them, I feel comfortable in just lifting this squad of
They don't
10
have
wounds.
empowered Nadirite weapons or anything.
You're 2 damage apiece with 30 attacks.
3s and 4s. Oh, sure.
Yeah, I feel comfortable removing this 8 damage. This will make you do because it's the tactic. 3, no rend.
3 at no rend is 4s and 5s.
They're 2 damage each.
And they're 2 damage.
For no apparent reason.
Pretty good. Take 1. Youch. So I got the Kalos Death Riders fighting bats, 2s and 4s with that all-out attack. Going down to 1 CP. Glad I did the 2s because there was a lot of 2s. 8 at rend 1.
Goes right through. Wards. 4. Dead. Removes the bats. You'll go ahead and blow up your bomb?
Yeah, sure. So it's going to hit my riders, it's going to hit the shackles, it's going to hit Belladama, it's going to hit the...
Oh, I forgot. That 1 True Blood has to fight the shackles real quick.
Okay.
Take 3 on the shackles. Rend 1.
6s. Double damage. The shackles, I guess, will still live. Yeah, no, it takes 3. So this will be on my Gravetide. We'll just get my stuff out of the way. Gravetide takes 2. Purple Lisan. Got for 5. Takes 4. Death Riders. Damn it. 2, 4. 6 for 6s. I'll lose a rider. Pretty Little Dogs. 4.
2 dogs go down.
Shackles. 4. This could kill my shackles for me. Hopefully it does. Shackles are gone.
Cogs.
Cogs. 1.
And then Belladie.
Vampires takes 1. And then Belladams takes 6.
Rolling a 6 on her. I'm like, Belladie, and you're like, vampires, and roll the 1. Deadzo. No, she might be 8 wounded. My bad.
Probably. She's got a mount.
I think she's a biggie. 9 health. The True Blood will get to make a normal move on a 3-up. The True Blood's completed their move. I'm using them ridiculously and just screening them. That's it. How'd you score?
This will be my first 10-point turn because it did take the middle. I have 3, and tactics good.
Which objective do you want, Bird?
That one. The objective has been removed, and now we are rolling into a priority roll.
Battle round 3.
Battle round 3.
Good luck. We're going to maintain order.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back for Battle round 3, Grave Lords. Grave Lords are going to get into their turn. Our battle tactic is going to be attack on 2 fronts. I'm going to take 2 objectives that I don't control. And I'm going to take all those Blood Knights, and we're finally going to charge in some Cavalos and see if we can do some stuff. And then we're going to swing around this other side and steal this point here. Could go right, could go wrong. Only the dice can decide. We're going to go ahead and not touch the place of power with Belladie because it might just, oops. Might just oops her. But we're going to start with trying to banish the Purple Sun with the Vampire Lord on foot. Does not get banished. Belladie is going to hand out Prison of Grief, which is a strike last. That does go off on 7.
What's the range of that?
12 inches.
I'm bound.
And then Prince Vhordrai is going to give himself strike first. That goes off on a 10.
You got it?
Okay, Prince Vhordrai is strike first. And then we're going to end with Belladama doing a Vile Vile Transference. It does not go off. And then we will heal that doggo right there. Excellent. And Belladie will spend 1 to rally herself because she took 6 damage. So she heals 4. She has 2 wounds suffered. That's it for me.
All right, I'll spend 1 of my 5 and try to Maelstrom. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Unbound.
Nice shot.
Ready to move?
Sure.
Let's move some things. The Grave Lords have finished the movement phase. We spent a CP to bring back a half-strength unit of dogs, and then we moved the bats to kind of block off some redeploy alleys. The Vampire Lord is going to chase down that little cohort in the corner. They're on their own little side adventure that has very little to do with the main battle. And then the armored might of the Vampire Lords have moved into the center of the table to come crush the Ossiarch Bonereapers. You threw a redeploy.
2
what happened
inches.
there? Oh, 2 inches with the Death Riders. I think that's about it. We have a Shoestein attack to do. And that's from Prince Vhordrai. And we're going to do it into the Purple Sun with the Dragon's Breath D6 shots for 4. So 3 at Ren 2.
Damage.
2 apiece.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's dead.
Charging. Prince Vhordrai. A mighty 7-inch charge. Blood Knights. 5 is a good start. Another 7. And finally our side quest with the Vampire Lord. He's going to go fight the cohort. Combat phase abilities. Prince Vhordrai is going to roll a dice on a 4-up. We're going to inflict that many mortal wounds. Yep. Well, Vhordrai strikes first, so he shall activate. 6 attacks with the Blood Lance. 3's 2s, Ren 2. 3 damage. 2, Ren 2.
6s. Damage.
3 apiece.
That's 2 dead.
And then the Maw of his dragon. No hits. Then the Raking Claws. 4 at Ren 1.
6s. Damage. Or 5s. Damage.
2 apiece.
Kill another one.
Blood Knights, 3 attacks apiece with their Templar weapons. These are going to be 3s and 2s. Ren 2 because of anti-cavalry and 2 damage. 11 at minus 2.
6s. Double D, so I'll just roll these a few times. 1, 2, 3 horses. 4, 5, 6 horses. That's all of them.
Your Suffocating Great Tide can activate.
Keep the good old man locked in there. 4, 8, 2s. And 3s. Vhordrai's got 5 at Rend 1.
We're good. I have a couple of end of phase or end of turn things that I'm going to do. First, we're going to do the Saint of Slaughter and give +1 damage to the Blood Knights units because they destroyed a unit. And then I'm going to spend 1 CP with Prince Vhordrai and we're going to power through. And then it's D3 mortal wounds to your Gravetide for 3.
Take some.
We forgot about a combat because it was behind a wall.
Tide trick weapons into the Vampire Lord. 3s and 4s. 4 at Rend 1.
Take 2. Single damage.
Yeah.
Take 1.
Regular weapons. 4s. 3s. 1 armor save.
Good. And then the Vampire Lord will fight you. And miss. 1 wound. Wound 1.
Damage.
2. And then she'll heal D3 for 1. The Grave Lords have completed their turn, and we scored a 10er. We attacked on 2 fronts. We hold 1, 2, and more. So we're up to 30 points. Pretty good turn. Anytime we can take out a Death Rider unit, that's helpful because they're really, really chunky. And we're going to throw it to Bonereapers, bottom of battle round 3. What's your battle tactic?
I'm also going to attack on 2 fronts, so I'm going to do the same thing as well. And yeah, in my hero phase, I'm going to bring back those Death Riders. And then we'll try to cast some spells here. We'll try to empower Nadarite on these guys on a billion.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to empower Nadarite on the left. 5, 6, 7, 8 on an 8. Would you like to unbind?
No, you can have that.
We'll go for Invocation of Nagash. He perils, sadly, but he ignores the effects, but just doesn't get his +2 to cast anymore. Now good. And then, oh no, I think he still takes damage though, so he'll take 3 4-ups. We'll try to do an Invocation of Nagash here. Goes off on a 7.
What's Invocation of Nagash do?
5 up board.
Yeah, we'll try and unbind. You got it.
We'll try to do Invocation of Nagash on the unit over there. Nope. We'll try to just do some mortals to those cavalry over there. Goes off on a 9.
How many mortals are we talking?
10 dudes worth.
Mortals on 5s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll try and unbind. Nope, you got it.
4 mortals.
Take 2.
We'll go for Chacolaise. Chacolaise may not be good on a 6, but it could be.
It is.
It's good on a 6.
Unbind. All right, that's a good one to stop.
We'll go for Purple Sun. And that's it.
No reactions from me. We can get into movement.
Okay. All right, everybody, we're back from my turn. I retreated again from the Vampire Lord. He'll just have to chase me all game. And I'm toe deep on this point with these Cavalos Death Riders. Nagash has moved up. The guard has moved up. These guys are ready to go. We got Empowered Nadarite Weapons, 5 aboard on the cavalry. No good buffs for the guard. And then Gravetide flew over, did some damage. Dropped a single knight, and then we're getting prepared for some charges. There's no redeploys out of Michael.
Nope.
So we are gonna go in like Sin and see what happens. We're gonna issue +1 to charge. This will be coordinated charge with Nagash, and then see what we get. First one we'll do here is a Cavalos on the left. 5, 6, 7 might be good enough to get some dogs and stay on point.
Thanks.
Nagash is going to go. Let's see. Nagash, that's plenty. I need a 8. 6, 7, 8. We're good. Let's see what the Gravetide is interested in. Definitely. But that is bigger than I had hoped. Still room for the Immortus Guard. 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody's outside of Vhordrai. Right now, we'll pile in later to see if that does anything. But I'll do an all-out attack here.
I'll spend my last command point for an all-out defense on the Blood Knights. See how much damage they can take.
There's going to be 2s and 3s. Looking for 5s and 6s. Powered Nadarite, 5 aboard. Yeah. Looking for 3s.
I'm just gonna roll these.
Sure. I don't know if you want to roll my dice. They're not weighted.
Seems to be doing fine to me.
All right. Yeah, you're in trouble. You're still rolling my dice? Oh, God.
6s. 6 horses die.
4s and 3s. You have that many on your best save.
Take 1, another horse goes down. Nope, I have a ward. Another horse goes down. Bloodborne. True blood? Trueborns?
Trueborns?
Something. 3, -1.
These are 4s and then 5s on double damage. No, these are 5s and then double damage because I don't have a 3-up save, which is weird for these knights. They don't have a 3-up, but I think that'd make them a little too busted.
Yeah, they're totally fine right now.
I'll take a wound. No, I'll take 2 wounds. I got 4 Cavalos Death Riders into Death Rattle Dogs. This will be 3s and 4s. Explosive 5s. 3s. 14 Ren 1s.
Dead.
These are into Belladama. 3s, 4s and 3s. Explosives. You have 4 at Ren 1 on Belladama.
Hit 1.
6 damage.
She takes 5. She's fine.
Still alive on a wound, the old lass. Oh, I got to hit her with the mounts.
She got 2 wounds.
She got 2 wounds left still?
Yep.
Okay. Here's the mounts for her. 5s. Yeah, good luck on that. And these are into the vampires, which don't get -1 to hit because they're not a hero.
They're not a wizard.
Okay. 3s and 3s. Explosive 5s. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at Ren 1.
One day, I will get you to stop counting. 9 at Ren 1 goes right through. I don't know.
Let's roll double D.
Dead. Very dead. Blood Knights are activating. 4 -1.
5s. Damage on 1.
2.
Still 2 damage, the old lads. 5s. Take 2.
Hit you with the hooves. Nothing.
Gravetide wants some of old Vhordrai. 2s. 3s. You have 4 at Ren 1.
4 damage. Take 3 wounds. Prince Vhordrai is going to put everything in the more discard.
Wall of defense.
Blood Lance. Take 3 and -2.
4s. Uh-oh.
2 damage each.
6s. So you kill 1 and a wound. Youch.
And
I
then
didn't get their 5-up board.
the Maw. Take 2 at Ren 2.
4s again. Damn, son.
6 damage total.
6s. Kill another one and a float of wound.
And then the Claws. The Claws got tired. 2, Ren 1.
3s. We're good.
Okay.
3 attacks, 3s and 2s. Crit hits. He's pissed.
He's so mad.
Not pissed enough. All the extras I got, I failed. So 3 at Ren 1.
Failed 1.
2 dam.
Take another damage. The thumbnail, dude.
He looks good on paper,
It's the thumbnail.
but he can also weave. So he's at 3s and 2s because he's Ossiarch Bonereapers, so he bludgeons.
-1 to hit.
He's 4s and 2s. That sucks. 4s and 2s. Explosive hits. Nah, I wish. 2s. You have 2 at Ren 2.
Save 1, failed 1.
2 damage. Lame. And then Zevneb-Nektar, 4s.
Say that one more time.
Zevneb-Nektar, 2s. You have 2 at Ren 2.
Save 1, failed 1.
3 damage.
Take 3.
And then, yeah, I got a hand of dust you.
Is it time?
Is it time?
Is it time for the hand of dust?
I think so. I don't know how to make it look funny.
Well, I know what to do.
Here we go.
I'm just going to look away. I'm going to look this way. You do whatever you want. You good?
We're locked in.
We're locked in. All right.
All right, I think it says if hide a dice on your hands, your opponent must pick your hands. If they pick the one hiding the dice, the ability has no effect.
So I want the dice.
You want to do empty hand.
Gone.
But here's the other one. There's the little black guy there.
How many points you score?
10. Still maintaining the underdog.
Okay.
And I'm going to burn that one.
This objective gets burned. And then do you want to roll off for battle round 4?
BR 4 priority.
You want to double my 3 models?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, we're going to concede, and we're going to go to wrap up after we do a little bit of math, because my remaining 4 models are not going to be able to do anything. So we'll be back for the wrap up. We're here for the wrap up. Final score is going to be 44 for the Ossiarch Bonereapers to 30 for the Soulblight Grave Lords. We were scoring really well. Things were going well. And then everything died.
Time and danger.
I was just having the best time ever, and then it was the darkest of days. What a crazy, powerful list. We're going to get into our thoughts on the game, MVPs, LVPs, and key moments right now. And we're going to talk about this bruiser of a list that you have right here.
So, yeah, it looks like a lot of players are inching towards the cavalry spam for Ossiarchs, but I think the difference is you take Catacross and then another squad of knights. But you can already see the power of just 2 knights. The hardest part of playing Ossiarch Bonereapers, especially for my first time, is to maintain the Holy Within 12 to even get your relentless discipline going. That's really difficult. And so I noticed like on bigger objective matches, you may struggle with that a little bit to navigate the board effectively. But Nagash is great for bringing back that 1 unit. You can really just throw it out there. I don't think I made my points back before they died. I think I killed almost up to their points and stuff. I think it was just like a few bats, and then they just got annihilated. You kind of always want to get value out of it, but I think at the same time it allows you to just throw them to the wind because you know Nagash will bring a full-size unit back, which is really good. Overall, not too bad, but yeah, Morbid Conj is something you have to take for Nagash because you have no screens. You have no manipulation of the table or anything like that. Very interesting army. There's a reason why it's probably the only somewhat close to the most competitive version that we're seeing running around with Catacross. There's a reason for that. So very good. Michael, how did you feel about the Blood Knights and locking things up with dogs?
Dogs are great. Dogs are great. Dogs are great. Bats are great. This was not a good matchup for the Grave Lords. Once we drafted into this, when we did the rosters,
series,
I was not okay with it. And then but I was like, okay, I have a 5 objective mission. If I play the objective game and just dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dive, we should be fine. And I was doing that. 30. 10, 5, 10, 20, 30.
All 10 turns for you.
Dead.
10.
Dead. I have objective monkeys. I do have hammers. I do think I made a mistake when I was doing my all-out defenses. I was acting like bludgeon was +1 rend, and it's no longer that. It's +1 wound. So I think I might have dropped a couple of Blood Knights that I didn't need to, but...
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. For all intents and purposes, Jensen never told them they were Ren
2. Yeah, that was an assumption that I made based off of previous information, and they were going down anyways. But once they went down and Prince Vhordrai went down, and all my screens were starting to die, I was like, I have 2 bats and a vampire on foot.
Chasing down
a
cohort.
Yeah, it was, if I got the turn, I maybe had some tactics I could do. but I was going to just keep running out of stuff. So the point gain did not work for me this turn. I do like the Blood Knights, but when you compare them to Kavalos Death Riders, I think they're overpointed for what, in comparison. Overall, I really do enjoy this army. I really do enjoy this list. I would make some alterations. I would drop the Trueborn. They don't really add any value. And squeeze
You would
it.
say that they're your LVPs?
They are my LVPs, whereas the dogs are probably my MVPs.
Yeah, they do work. I've been tied in by those many times in the tournament before. I don't like it.
Yeah, they don't kill anything, but they hold things down. They nibble on it, and then they reappear and grab objectives. So that's fantastic for how cheap they are. What about you? MVPs, LVPs?
MVP, you got to give it to Nagash for the Hand of Dust. It's a 50-50 chance, but that was really nice. But I think because I don't play with Maelstrom, I learned how to play with Maelstrom in this game. I think that's usually the one that you want to cast in your opponent's turn. I'm very prone to Shackles when the timing's right. But if the timing's not right for Shackles, I feel like Maelstrom is the go-to. Just because you can build it up with the sheer amount of spells Nagash has, and then run it into your opponent or move it and charge something that may not kill it to get some value. I only realized that in the battle round 2, I believe, or 3. LVP is going to be the cohort. I don't really know what they were supposed to do other than grab an objective form, which is kind of cool for a battle tactic, but outside that, don't do anything else, really. So I'm only going to give them the LVP, but yeah. Very strong Fort Ward Nagash with some Emotech or Mortech Guard is quite nasty. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Very much like Nagash. He's cool.
All right, guys, that is it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to wrap up, clean up, and re-rack for another game. We'll see you next week for another battle report.
Thanks, Michael.